He's a man of few words, but his presence speaks volumes. We'll explore how his body language reveals his complex personality and psychological traits. Over the next few minutes, we'll try to get inside the mind of a man forged in the trenches of war, carrying the weight of his family and empire. You see him walk into a room and you immediately know this is a man in control. Thomas Shelby often holds himself with a rigid, controlled posture. Shoulders back, head high, a stillness that's almost unnerving. His posture conveys an air of authority, of self-discipline. It's a warning to anyone who dares to underestimate him. This controlled exterior is a shield protecting a man haunted by his past. He's built walls around himself, brick by bloody brick. They say the eyes are the windows to the soul. In Tommy's case, they're more like steel bars holding something back, something dangerous. When he looks at you, really looks at you, it's unnerving. His gaze is piercing, unwavering. It's the look of a man who is always calculating, always sizing up the situation. But there's also a coldness to it, a detachment that can be chilling. And yet, in those rare moments when his guard drops, you see the true depth of the man. Tommy Shelby's face is a mask, carefully crafted and meticulously maintained. You'll rarely see him smile, and when you do, it's often a calculated move. His features are set in a permanent expression of stoicism, his emotions hidden behind a wall of indifference. This lack of expression is another scar of war. It's a survival mechanism, a way to navigate a world where showing weakness can be fatal. By keeping his emotions in check, he maintains control, both of himself and of those around him. In the hands of Thomas Shelby, even a simple cigarette becomes a statement. He handles it with a certain grace, a deliberate slowness that speaks volumes. The flicker of the lighter, the exhale of smoke, it's all carefully orchestrated. You'll often see him fidgeting with a cigarette, tapping it, rotating it between his fingers. It's a subtle tell, a sign of the inner turmoil that rages beneath that cool exterior. The cigarette becomes a crutch, a way to self-soothe, to find a moment of peace in the chaos. It's a small act of rebellion against the weight of the world he carries on his shoulders. Never mistake politeness for weakness. When Thomas Shelby leans in, it's not to hear you better. It's to make damn sure you hear him. He uses proximity like a weapon, invading your space, taking control of the conversation. He's no longer just listening. He's evaluating, calculating, deciding whether you're a pawn in his game or an obstacle in his path. And if you find yourself on the wrong side of his gaze, that closeness can be terrifying. It's a reminder that he's willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants. But there's also a strange intimacy to it, creating a bond, a sense of shared purpose. Tommy Shelby's face is a fortress, his emotions locked away behind an impenetrable wall. But even the strongest fortress shows signs of strain under siege. Watch his jaw, the way it clenches, the muscles working overtime to hold back the torrent of emotions. It's the telltale sign of a man holding back, repressing, refusing to show weakness. Each clench of his jaw is a silent scream, a testament to the burdens he carries. He'll grind his teeth, swallow his pain, and maintain that facade of control, because to let go, to show vulnerability, would be to unleash the storm within. They say you can tell a lot about a man by the way he walks. With Tommy Shelby, it's not just a walk, it's a statement. Each step is measured, deliberate, purposeful. He moves with the confidence of a man who knows where he's going and what he has to do to get there. Head high, shoulders back, eyes fixed on the horizon, he cuts through the smoke and grime of Birmingham like a phantom. There's a certain grace to his movements, a fluidity that belies the violence he's capable of. It's the walk of a leader, a king surveying his domain. They say silence is golden, but in the hands of Thomas Shelby, it's a weapon. He wields it like a blade, sharp and precise, capable of inflicting more damage than any bullet. It's in those moments when the room falls silent that you feel the full force of his presence. The air crackles with tension, every eye on him waiting for him to speak, to act, to reveal his hand. His silence is never empty. It's filled with unspoken threats, with calculated indifference, with the weight of his reputation. And when he finally does speak, it's with a quiet intensity that commands attention. Don't mistake stillness for disinterest. When Tommy Shelby tilts his head, it's like a predator locking onto its prey. He's listening, observing, analyzing your every word, every gesture. It's a subtle tell, a sign that he's engaged, that you have his full attention. But it's also a warning. He's not just listening to your words, he's reading between the lines, searching for any sign of weakness. It's the mark of a strategist, a man who sees the bigger picture, who's always thinking several moves ahead. He wants to know what you want, what you're willing to do to get it, and how he can use that to his advantage. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Thomas Shelby's psychology, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more insights. By understanding his body language, we gain a deeper appreciation for the man behind the myth. Let us know in the comments which character you'd like us to analyze next. Until then, stay curious.